Hi guys, it's Dakota. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please subscribe. Makes me feel good. I don't get paid for YouTube. And if you are already one of my regular subscribers, thank you. Welcome back. I love having you guys here. I'm laughing because it sounds like a scripted thing that I say, at the beginning. It's like the intro. I have to change that. I just want everybody to know that I'm really grateful that you're here. I really am. I enjoy doing videos. Well, let me rephrase that. I enjoy sharing knowledge. I do enjoy sharing knowledge, and so if I can share something that somebody might see valuable, might get some, something out of it, then I feel really good about that. So yeah, so that's kind of why I do the videos, and I will say this if you're new, I don't edit, so the lighting might be a little funky today in here because this is why. And also, if you're new here, I am in my dining room. I have a witch cottage. It's across the way over there in the woods, and we are at the beginning stages of a tropical storm Debbie. I think it's supposed to hit tomorrow, maybe. But it's already raining and it's coming in surges, and then it goes away, and then it's a surge and it goes away. So in order for me to do my videos over there, I have to haul everything over there. And with it being raining, I don't like to do that. So I'm either doing my videos in my dining room or I'll do them upstairs in my devotion room, which I really don't like. So that's why you see me here. And I only have this little overhead light, which isn't very bright, but I do have light coming from the window there. So I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, wow, this side is almost like too bright and this side's kind of dark. Whee! Light and dark, yay. All right, let's get to it. So today's video is about synchronicities. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, in quite a few of my videos, I mention synchronicities. I talk about synchronicities, and I've done spell work. I've done other things that had to do with synchronicity, and a little bit of information, about why I would do that. So this is the truth. I don't think I've ever looked up the difference between synchronicity and coincidence. And to be quite honest with you, I really don't care what the difference is or if there is a difference. It's how I feel. Okay, so this is just me and my opinion and how I feel about it. I do believe in coincidences. I think coincidences do happen. But synchronicities for me is more on a deeper spiritual level. I know that sounds weird, right? So, but this is why. For me, a synchronicity is when something happens and you kind of it like kind of stops you in your tracks, and it's one of those yaha. It's one of, I don't edit, like I said. I do not edit my videos. One of those aha or maybe yaha moments, and where you're just like, wow, okay, that is weird, that is strange, that is cool, whatever word you want to put with that. I have them a lot. I have a lot of synchronicities, and I want to talk about last week and the synchronicities that kind of happened last week. So for me, a synchronicity, again, is either, it could be a message from whatever your source is, whatever you like to call that, whether it's the universe, it could be God, it could be your spirit guides, your angels, it could be deity, ancestors, whoever, whatever. Or it doesn't have to be anything. Maybe it's just coming from you within. Has to do with a message. And so when there's a synchronicity, for me, it's a type of communication. It's a thing of where, hey, step back, slow down, look at that. Look at that. What do you see? What does that mean? Observe it. Dissect it. Is what, is somebody trying to tell me something? Is, spirit, deity, whatever. Is somebody trying to, what are you trying to communicate? What am I supposed to learn here? And so for me, synchronicities, when they happen, And I do that where I sit with it and I go, okay, let's think about this. And I'll relook and I'll rethink about the situation, like what was going on when the synchronicity happened. And for me, it has truly been an elevation for me of my practice, my spiritual practice. It has been an elevation for me personally, the way I think about things, the way I look at things, the way I observe things. Um, and so I love them. Now, if you hear screaming in the background, that would be Turkey, who is a Turkin, which is a chicken breed. It's a type of chicken. It's not a turkey and a chicken got together. It isn't that. That's what I thought at the beginning, but it is a breed of chicken. For those of you that don't know, he was feral. He came out of the woods one day about 2, 3 years ago, looked pitiful, pitiful. And I thought it was a turkey. We have wild turkey. We have wild turkey all the time here at the farm, and I thought it was a turkey, but I had never seen a turkey that looked like that. And so he went on back that night into the woods, and he did that for a couple days. Like would come out in a day and go back in the woods, and I just was like, "What is up with this bird? This is crazy." And so I got worried because he didn't have any feathers on his neck. And I was like, I don't think that that's a turkey because his bottom part, his body looks like a Rhode Island red, a really beautiful. Oh, his colors, he's dark, like he's blackish, black and red, and this iridescent blues and purple feathers. I mean, he's so pretty. But he's got this long neck, or it looks long, and there's no feathers. And at the time, I had another rooster who was an elder. He was 11, a frizzle. It was a frizzle rooster. And I started getting panicky because they started becoming friends, and I started getting afraid that whatever it was, still thought it was a turkey, that he had some kind of maybe pox or some kind of chicken, turkey virus or something. So I was able to, was very skittish, but I was able to snap a picture of him, and then I, Google checked it, and and I said, does this turkey have a disease? What's wrong with this turkey? And, it was like, oh, you mean a turkin? And I'm like, a whoin? So a turkin is a breed of chicken, and it's not a chicken and a turkey got together and did, the wild thing at Beltane. It isn't that. It's actually a breed of chicken. So his body looks just like a beautiful rooster bird, and his neck and head look just like a ugly old turkey. Sorry, turkeys. And of course, his name is Turkey. Well, we let him out of his coop during the day so that he can get some exercise, eat bugs and grass, and do whatever birds do. And it wasn't raining this morning, but now we're having downpours, and every time it starts to rain, he comes and runs, and he's on the porch, and the door's right there. So he's cockadoodling, and yeah, so he's kind of annoying. Okay, synchronicities. So yeah, it's really about, for me, it's an elevation. It's a thing that I like to really journal about. I meditate about it. I do journey work about it. Sometimes I'll even do, like some type of spell work where I'm lighting a candle and I'm just calling, is this a message, from somebody? I see this, and it doesn't, there's really like, I don't really see any like extreme significance to it, but what is the message? What is going on here? So anyway, so last week, so I was actually going to do a different video today, but because of the weather, I can't go out to the witch cottage. So this is just a spur of a thing that I'm doing. So it's not really scripted. I've got some notes here. I'll be looking at those. All right. So last week, I do a weekly pull for myself, tarot. I'll do a weekly tarot pull. I use the Transparent Tarot by Emily Carding, and then I'll usually use a clarifier card, either from one of my oracles or from another tarot deck that I have, or one of my, affirmation kind of thing decks, whatever I'm guided to do. So, but I'll pull 3 cards. It's a long story about the Transparent Tarot. But anyway, I pull 3 cards, and the Transparent Tarot is designed to lay on top of each other. You can lay them side by side and just read like, like normal, but I lay them on top of each other, and it creates like one card, and the meaning is just, whoa, it's incredible. However, what I don't do is I don't ask any specific questions like, I don't know, like, gee, should I do this? Or, oh, this happened, and how do I do this? I don't ask specific questions. The reason I don't ask specific questions for myself is because I kind of already have an expectation of what I want the answer to be. I don't want I don't want any cards coming out going, oh, no, don't do that. That's no. I already know what I want the answer to be. So I don't do that because I can't, for whatever reason, when I look at the cards, my mind goes, okay, you know how to, but it could mean this, it could mean that, So I don't do that. So what I do is, before I go in, I do a little bit of breath work, clear the cobwebs, and I just ask the guides. I ask the universe, what's up? Seriously, like, what's up? What do I need to look at today? What do I need to observe today? What do I need to let go of? Is there anything? Just what do you have to show me? What do you have to tell me? That way I have no idea. That way I have absolutely no idea. And I look at the cards and I read them for what they are. And sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I just read those and I have no idea. And I journal, about what the cards are and stuff, and what messages I'm getting for them. And sometimes, I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever, that was cool, or gonna be a bad week, or whatever, things like that. Um, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like I love this. This is gonna be great. Okay, so just like in any read, that's what happens when I do a read without a specific question. So last week, not this week, last week, I did a pool on Monday, and I got the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and Judgment. And first, I will lay them side by side, and I looked at them, and I was like, okay, I don't know. It really wasn't, like completely obvious with me what I was supposed to be seeing, that sort of thing. And so, hang on 1 minute, turkey. Okay, so yeah, so the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and and Judgment. So I looked at it and I wasn't really sure. I was like, yeah, okay, I don't know. I'll just let it sit for a moment. I had written in my journal, I had a few things written down, like, the cups just kind of, maybe things didn't work out so well, and somewhere, or things aren't working out so well where the cups are spilled over, and yet there are some that are not. So there's still an opportunity, there's still a chance there. And then of course the 10 of Cups, about being full, the cups being full and being happy and celebrating whatever. And then Judgment for me is about really, it's about self-reflection, and which is about transformation. And because if you're going to grow, and what's really interesting is, on this particular deck, the Transparent Tarot, Emily Carding's Transparent Tarot. I think there's another one out there. I forget what it's called. Transformational. I don't know what it's called anyway, but the Transparent Tarot by Emily Carding. The Judgment card is the Phoenix, right? It's a Phoenix rising out of what? The ash. So this is you on fire. This is, coming from the ash and really inspiring and being motivated but about making those decisions with the 5 of Cups, making the decision so that that 10 of Cups comes to fruition. Because that's kind of how I saw it. But I really didn't, okay, it was great. And that's how I saw it. And I didn't really quite understand the meaning behind it. So then later on during that day, I am reading in one of my books, and I read one line in the book, and I read it, and I looked over at my little altar where I keep my tarot cards, and usually they're gridded. I've got candles, and then I keep different crystals and stuff gridded around the cards for different reasons. And it said, and I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure it was right. I wrote it down and I said, it says, if we agonize over a decision for too long, our choices may start to fade away. And I was like, what? I was like, what? So there was that synchronicity where the 5 of Cups, some are spilled and some, and the person is usually like, oh, they're woe is me, boo-hoo, because, not all, because the cups are spilled over. But not all of them are spilled over. There's still an opportunity. There's still a chance of this decision making that you have to make by the Phoenix to come to fruition and be in the tarot deck, the transparent tarot. Um, it's it's a rainbow, the 10 of Cups. It's a couple with 2 cups in their hand, and there's this rainbow. But I don't see it as like, oh, family and completion and all that. I just see it as rainbows, right? A pot of gold. I mean, it's the whole picture. It's the whole picture. So I was like, wow, so thank you for the book. I mean, thank you for that message in the book. It came true. Or it came through is what is not true. It came through. So I was like, wow, so I was just sort of meditating on that. I wrote it down word for word so that I would have it. And then throughout the week, what I do is I'll go back and I will look at the cards again, look at what I wrote in my journal and stuff like that, and just kind of see what else has happened. And I wrote that down that I had written, I read this in the book, whoa, kind of thing. But I still really wasn't sure what exactly that was. But I stayed open to it. So then the next thing, I was out walking around the property, and in the witch cottage, uh, I have to keep a dehumidifier in there because it doesn't have central heat and air, and it's out by the woods. So, I have to keep a dehumidifier on. So, I have to go out there and I have to empty it because right now we don't have it. I don't know where to put it yet. I don't have a final place where I want to put it. So I won't let my husband drill any holes into my cabin or into the cottage, so that the water can drain out through the hole, through the tube, through the hole. So I just keep the bucket, the little bucket that comes with it, and I have to dump that out periodically, quite often actually, and dump the water out. So I went out there because I knew it needed to be dumped out, and I'm just sort of like, I have some flags on the cabin, some little uh, Tibetan flags on the cabin or cottage, and so I'm just standing there, I'm looking, and so I go to open the door and I put my hand on the handle and I just happen to look over and I'm like, hello. A black racer snake curled up on the porch. Literally, 5 feet from me. Literally 5 feet from me. I am not afraid of snakes. I am cautious of snakes, but I am not afraid of them. If that was a spider, that would be another story. The cottage would probably have been burned down or something. Yeah, I'm not a spider person. But snakes, I'm very cautious. I'm cautious of snakes. But I saw it. I realized it was a black racer, which is a non-venomous snake. they will bite you, you know, if you are assertive to them. If you're aggressive, they're going to bite you. If you're a threat, they're going to bite you. And they bite repeatedly. Chomp, chomp, chomp. So I just looked at them for a long time. And of course, I'm, you know, taking all my pictures and everything. And so then I walked around because I wanted to get a better picture of his little face. And he kind of looked at me, and then he slithered away underneath the cottage. So I'm like, oh, wow, that was really cool. Oh, it's a black snake. He was only about 2 feet long. And I was like, hmm. And I went, oh, the black snake. It's a snake. Snakes are a symbol of transformation. They shed their skin because they grow. They grow. They get very lethargic before they do the shedding, and they're not happy. It doesn't feel good. That skin doesn't feel good, and then they end up, their body grows, they grow, and they shed the skin because they no longer need that. That is growth. So in spiritual symbology and all of that, it represents that transformation, that letting go of the old, the things that don't no longer serve your highest good, and growth, because the snake has actually grown. And they look better too. They're really, really pretty when they first lose their shed. So I was like, transformation. Oh my gosh. Like, that's the phoenix in my tarot read. And so I was like, okay, transformation. This is whatever's happening, whatever the synchronicity that is happening is about transformation. But I'm not going to stop what I'm doing and just go, you know, I just stay open. I go, okay, it's about transformation. You write it down. Saw a snake, transformation. Growth, letting go of the old. Good. And I go on about my business. I don't give it any more thought than that. I like to stay open. If I start to obsess over it, then, you know, it causes, sometimes I wonder then if the message is really what, you know, what I'm obsessing over, kind of thing. All right. So then I walk out to the front property, and there is a turkey buzzard. Not my turkey chicken, but an actual turkey buzzard, a vulture, sitting on top of one of the electric poles out there on the front property, and his wings are spread open, spread wide open. They are huge, man. Those birds are big. And I was close. It's a closey. So I have a picture of him, his wings spread open. So naturally, you know, symbol of turkey buzzard, purification, new vision, death and rebirth, and so that says death and rebirth. Can't read my own writing. So so I thought about that, and I went, wow, okay, the phoenix rising. I'm going to try to put these pictures in, edit in to this video so that you can see them as I'm talking, but I suck at editing. I'm not good. I will try. If I can't get it, I do know how to attach them to the end of the video, so you'll be able to see them at the end. I'm going to try to put them in between. But that phoenix rising, his wings are spread, and he is rising from the ash, and that is a symbol of life, you know, of the life and death, the death and the rebirth is what I see it. You know, rising from the ashes, and letting go of that isn't serving your highest good, rising above that, and the wings are spread. And I looked at that turkey buzzard, and I'm like, holy smokes, this is a heavy duty message. I need to be paying attention to this. This is really pretty good. Now, this didn't just all happen in one day. This was last week. Okay. So then I am, where am I? Okay, so then I'm coming home. I went to the grocery store or something. I'm coming home, And we have a long dirt driveway that comes back here to the property. And there's a split rail fence right as you start to get to our gate before you get in. And I'm waiting for the gate to open. And I looked over because the woods are right there. And I looked over, and on the split rail, I saw this leaf, a dead leaf that was just sort of, kind of flickering like that. Whatever, yeah. And I'm waiting for the gate, and I'm just looking around at everything. We have squirrels and baby bunnies and all. There's mushrooms everywhere. I'm just looking, And I look back over, and now that leaf, it, it looks like it's moving. And I'm like, what in the world? And I was like, the wind must be catching it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, that thing is moving. So I get out of the car, grab my phone, get out of the car. I get up on it, and I'm like, oh my God, I am taking pictures of it. It was a bag moth. Now, what those are, it's a worm. So it was before it was a moth. Okay, so it was probably a bagworm. Maybe that's a better word for it. But what they do is their cocoon is actually made out of mud and particle like uh, cedar, pine needles, little tiny bits of sticks and stuff. You'll see it. You'll see it. And the worm now is crawling to get somewhere where he feels safe to enclose himself in the cocoon. It's time. He's going within to what? To transform. A transformation is going to happen. And he's going from this worm to this moth. And so I had to look that up, right? And transformation, resourcefulness, and adaptability, and resilience. Face challenges head on. Find ways to remove or overcome obstacles. That right there on my windowsill at the kitchen sink, which overlooks my front property, the woods, my bird feeders, all of that. I have a little, very small Ganesha altar. I work with Ganesha for road opener and for removing obstacles. And that is the property of this bagworm, this bag moth. Face challenges head on and find ways to remove or overcome obstacles. And I'm like, transformation, the shedding of, the rising from the ash, the letting go of, the removing of the obstacle, the thing that no longer serves your highest good. And every morning, just about when I'm home, I don't do it when I'm going to work, obviously. I light this candle. I light a candle for Ganesh, and just, I don't always have something going on, but Ganesh and thank you and that kind of thing. So that happened. That happened. A bagworm. It's on the video. I'll show you. Okay. And then I'm looking, and now I'm lying. I looked yesterday. This was yesterday. I see that August 8th is referred to as a Lion's Gate. And I read about it. I'm not good with astrology, so I read a little bit about it. And it's about the planet Sirius and what they consider a spiritual sun aligning with Earth. And guess what it's about? Transformation. It's a power surge. It's a power surge. A transformation. That takes me back to the Phoenix, that powerful surge of energy. And August 8th, 8/8, August 8th, which is a Thursday. So it's 8, and I was like, 8, how am I going to remember this? 8/8, the Lion's Gate. Oh, well, the symbol for it is the infinity symbol, which is the number 8 on its side. It's the infinity symbol. Total power surge. And guess what else? If you're into numerology and you just do the year 2024, add them up. It's an 8. We're in an 8 year. Holy smokes, you guys. I'm like, what the heck, right? So, the bottom of and the end of this video, the end. This is coming up. This is the end. All right. So, Lunasa, or some of you may know it as the first harvest or Lammas, was August 1st. Was August 1st. Now, I didn't do anything for Lunasa, unfortunately. Read things about it, read some poems, you know, that kind of thing. But I didn't do any celebration. I didn't do any ceremony, unfortunately, for Lunasa. And that was because, so that was on the 1st. That was because, and that was that was Thursday. That was a Thursday. So Friday was the, no, sorry, that was a Friday the 1st. I might have it mixed up. Anyway, the Sunday after Lunasa, the Sunday, which was like a day or two later, was a dark moon. And I definitely was doing dark moon because, as some of you know, I work with Hecate, and that was her Deipnon. So I was, and some people refer to the dark moon as a new moon, but I refer to it as a dark moon. It's Hecate's Deipnon, and so I was like, you know, I'm going to combine Lunasa with Deipnon, and that'll be nice. Just, you know, add some harvesty type things, maybe as part of her offering. And then do gratitudes for Lunasa and also for her. And yesterday, Monday, so yesterday was, I'm sorry, so Sunday was the 4th. Sunday was the 4th. Yesterday was the 5th. And yesterday was Mercury went retrograde yesterday. Went retrograde yesterday, and we're having a tropical storm. It's coming. It'll be here tomorrow, I think, or Thursday. It's coming. I am telling you, the last 2 weeks, last week and this week, has been an incredible thing. And so with all of that, I was going to do ritual. Like I said, I was going to do ritual. I did do a small Deipnon for her, ritual more for her, but not a complete Deipnon like I normally would. It was just more of an offering and a gratitude and things like that. But I didn't do it with the whole Lunasa thing, right? The first harvest, I didn't do that. And I've felt kind of, you know, probably should have done something. But then I was like, but oh my gosh, you know, this Mercury retrograde. And then I find out about this, you know, Lion's Gate thing. And I'm like, August 8th, it's a power surge. We've got Lunasa. We had the dark moon. And we're still in those energies, you guys. We're still in that energy. We're still in the energy of Lunasa. That is a harvest. That is a season. It's a harvest. It's not. They didn't all just go out on the 1st and you know, harvest their crops. It was an ongoing process. That energy is still going on. The moon energy, new moon energy, dark moon energy, new moon probably now still going on. Mercury retrograde, that was yesterday, so that's definitely still going on. And then we have this Lionsgate coming up on Thursday. And I don't know about you, but with my read for last week, I'm pretty pumped. And here's the thing, I'm not going to do a read like I normally do on Monday. I do a read for myself on Monday or Tuesday. I'm doing it on Thursday. I am like pumped. So yeah, so I'm just trying to ground and go over my notes. The biggest thing I'm getting out of this is this transformation thing, this letting go, this shedding of, and I have an idea what that's about, but I haven't made that decision yet. I'm still on that 5 of Cups, I'm still there. I see the outcome, I see that rainbow of success, uh, and that power of the phoenix. So I'm pretty pumped, and I just want to see what this power surge on the Lion's Gate, 88 Lion's Gate, and we are in year 8 is the number of our year. So, whoo, I'm pretty excited, and so I am actually going to just put this stuff within. I'm doing a meditation today, just a meditation. It'll probably go into a journey work. Mine always seem to go there. But I'm just going to do a thing, and I'm going to put all of this information that I just gave you, my card read and everything. I'm going to relook at it. I've left it up. It's still there, and I will pull that Thursday, and I think I'll probably pull it Thursday morning before. Hopefully I go to work. We'll see what this storm does, if we are open tomorrow or this week. I'm not sure. I hope we are. And yeah, and then Thursday night I'm going to, I wonder if I should pull Thursday morning. Maybe I'll pull Wednesday night. I'll pull this week's cards off, cleanse my space, and do the pull Thursday morning. But I don't have a whole lot of time to go over it. We'll see, and I'll let you know. Anyway, all right. If you haven't seen any pictures throughout this video, hang tight because they're coming up at the end of the video. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I talk a lot. I'm sorry, but right now I'm like super pumped. I'm super excited, and this transformation thing, like I said, I think I know what it is. It's tough. It is what it is. We have to make choices, and we have to make decisions in life, and that's what it is. And so yeah, I'm excited to see what the cards have to say. I'm excited to see what the universe has to bring me. Grateful to my spirit guides, to deity, ancestors, everybody, and really grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Watch till the end unless the pictures are in. Okay, so if I got the pictures in here, I'll say goodbye now. Thank you so much for watching. If you're in the way of the storm, please be safe, and don't be silly. Don't try to think you can outrun it. Just be safe. A lot of flooding. We are low here. We are low land here, and we'll see. We'll see. Hoping for the best, and yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Take care. Be kind. Love you. Bye.